Hello, friends.
नमस्ते दोस्तों.
Today we're going to talk about what we like about each other. So, one thing I really like about Aradhana is that she is very loyal. And just to give an example, when we first started talking to each other, we lived long distance from each other for a year. And I knew that she was going to be loyal. A lot of Indians said it's good that you're getting married to an Indian because she's going to be loyal to you. And so even though that we were long distance for a year, I did not worry that relationship might end. I knew that she would stay committed to it, and she did. And I'm not worried. I'm not really worried about that now when we're married also. I feel very comfortable. She's very committed to family, and she's loyal to me.
So one thing I like about my husband is how caring he is. Well, like a small thing. If I'm not feeling well, you know, like example, like sometimes I don't feel good, and John knows that I love chai so much, and he go and get a chai for me from a local shop because I love that shop. And this is a small thing that I like about him. He cares about me. He cares about my son. He cares about my family. He just does small simple thing, just helping me when I'm not feeling well. In the kitchen, he's very helping guy, and I really love that about him.
Something else that I really like about my wife is that she is an excellent mother. When she first told me that she wanted a child, I thought, having a child could be really difficult. It might be in a difficult time for her. And I thought maybe she would, very slowly adjust to being a mother. But actually, she just went into mother mode really fast. She's an excellent mother. She's very caring and very nurturing of Asher. And she's always very thoughtful of making sure that he's eating, and she does a good job of like scolding him, but in a loving way. Like she really wants him to learn, but also she's just very nurturing. She's just very caring, very patient and gentle with Asher as well. Asher loves her the best, and he's always asking for mama more than papa.
Another thing I like about my husband is how loving he is. It's not about just saying that I love you. Yeah, it's just very important to say I love you, which he do, but he also do that in words, like he do in action. Like he knows what I like, and I like flowers, as just to appreciate me, just to show how much he love me. He get me a flowers. It's a simple thing. I love flowers, and it's just so special for me. He know, like sometime I really need him, and then he come and hug me. I love that. So it's not just about saying I love you. He is also good in doing in action to show me how much I'm loved.
So Asher is running around here, just in case if you're wondering why we look right and left every now and then. We're making sure that he's staying out of trouble. So I would say this is probably one of the more important things about my wife is that she's very religious, which means that she's very serious about God, which I think is one of the most important things in a relationship. She's very serious about wanting to obey God and please God. And that's really important because that really affects your marriage also. Because if you want to please God, then you're also going to please your spouse and your child as well, because that's what God wants. And just to add to that, she just takes life seriously. We like to have fun. We both have good senses of humor. We laugh a lot, but she's also very serious about life, which I think is important.
I like about my husband how he is a good decision maker. So here it is. I'm really not a good decision maker. If something I need to choose, I get panic a lot, and I don't know what to do. I get confused, and I'm like, just like I'm thinking too much thinking, and that really gets me panic mode. So John is really good in really coming and saying, hey, it's okay, let's see what we can do. And he actually really helped me to decide, and in that way he's really good decision maker, which I really like about my partner here. And I can just if I'm something not really understanding what to do, if somebody came and said to me something not right, how to tell them back, how to say them back, something like that, anything like that, I just go and ask my husband, what to do, or something like most important thing in their life which I really get panic or I don't know what to do. I just ask my husband, can you help me in this field? And he really understand. He try to help me in making decision. So I really like about this.
I would say Aradhana, she's definitely made some good decisions in times even when I am not really sure what to do. So I really appreciate that as well. Okay, this next one is not really important, but it's something I really appreciate and I really like. I like that she is an introvert because I am also an introvert. I guess I could be married to an extrovert and it would work, but I really like it. What I mean by introvert is that we do like to meet with people and talk with people, but after some time, we become very tired and we need to go home and just be alone. So I like that she has that. She's not staying at a party somewhere too long, just talking way too much. We both
just cannot do that. I'm just very bad. I just cannot do that. I'm just really bad introvert. I don't feel good about this, but that's what I am. And so John is also same like me, so that really help. We don't have to talk much. We just talk and it's like, okay, we are done, and go to house and sleep.
So yeah, I appreciate that. Just being able to sit we both agree. Okay, we've talked enough today. It's time to go home and just have some silence and get rest or something like that. I do appreciate that. I think if I was married to an extrovert, it could be pretty tiring at times. Just a lot of talking with people and wanting to be around people a lot, maybe more than I would like. But I mean, I'm not saying I don't like. We like to be around people. It's just we like to have that rest time also.
Okay, so my husband is really funny, and I really like that. So he's a really funny guy, and sometimes you need a funny person in your life. I'm kind of really boring person, Sometimes I really need to mood to lift up, and John really helps me, to be funny. And he's like funny with everyone, with my family, with neighbors, and it's just really good to have a partner who is also a funny and smiley.
So when we first got married, I wasn't sure if she would think I was funny. I thought maybe in her culture you just don't joke that way, the way I joke. But I really appreciate that she has a good sense of humor, and a lot of the ways I joke, she does laugh. So I really appreciate that. It's good to have a wife who laughs at your jokes. So something else I like about my wife is that when we first got married, I thought she was only gonna make Indian food, which I love Indian food, and I would have been fine with that. But since she's been married, she's really worked on making other foods from different cultures, not just like American food that I like a lot, but sometimes Mexican food, sometimes Mediterranean food. One time she made something called gumbo, which is a Cajun food, which is really difficult to make sometimes. So it's been amazing that she's been willing to make food other than Indian food and foods that I like, that I really appreciate. And she also is really, she thinks about making healthy food. Sometimes Indians can make food in a lot of oil, but from when we first got married, she said, we really need to be healthy. I can't use like a lot of oil. So she has cut back. She doesn't use as much oil as she used to, or as much oil as her parents do.
Well, I really love cooking. That's one thing. I love cooking, and so I love to make different cuisine, learn and more, get experience. So that's what I do. I just make different kind of food, and for my husband, for my family, for my friends, and I just love to do that. Just make me feel good about it. I like about my husband is he's a strong guy, strong, but also he have emotion. Like when he get really emotional, like I mean to say, like he like sometimes he also get tears if somebody is not feeling good, somebody get pain. I see tears in his eyes, and he really think good about, he really wish good about people around us, our people who really need, people who are really are in pain. And I love about my partner that he really have he just not just saying, hey, yeah, I feel, but he actually feel about it. He just cry, and he just really ask God that they feel better, or they get well soon. So that's one thing I really attract about my husband is sometimes when I see tears in his eyes is something more emotional for a woman, or for me, that my husband have emotions. He's not emotionless guy, but he have some emotions, but also at the same time he's a very strong guy.
Okay, something else I like about my wife is that she likes to buy things. She likes to buy lots of clothes, just like any woman, any wife. But she's really good at not spending a lot of money, though. Like sometimes she'll tell me about all the things she bought, and I'll think, oh my goodness, how much money did we spend? And it's not much at all. She's really good at finding clothes that are not expensive. And I think a part of that is she grew up in India and I grew up in America. And so I, being in America, it's common for some shoes to cost at least like $40 or $50. Where she's from in India, she thinks like spending $20 on shoes could be expensive. So just our thinking is different. So I just really appreciate that she's thoughtful about how much money we're spending, and she doesn't spend a whole lot.
There are some other things I like about my husband, and he is really easy adjustable in any circumstance. Like suppose if I make something and it goes wrong, sometime it happen, you cook something and it just not go well, he really don't come and say, hey, what you did, Aradhana. No, he actually come and say, it's okay, we'll eat, it's okay, it's fine, don't have to think about it. So that's really good about it. So there's a certain thing, like if we go somewhere and he don't like something, I know that he don't like something, but he just he just adjust. He like, okay, it's fine, I can eat that. Or if he goes somewhere and something is like not comfortable for him, he don't complain. That's one thing, that he don't complain. He's like, it's okay, we'll adjust. And it's kind of, I'm not good in that, because I'm like, this is not working, it should be. But he is totally opposite. He actually adjusts in anything, which I really like about it. And he's too friendly. He's really good at making friends. I'm introvert. I'm very bad introvert. I'm really not good. I mean, I have friends, but it takes me time. Just to go and open with them. But he is like totally opposite, because people love him and he go and make friends, and he's really good in that.
Okay, I kind of said this earlier about Asher, but I want to say this about how Aradhana is with me also, is that she's very caring as well. Kind of like what she said earlier. I still remember the first time I got sick after we got married. She definitely made sure that I had the medicine I needed when I was trying to sleep. I mean, she was watching carefully over me, just making sure I'm okay. Wake up the next morning immediately asking how I am, asking what my needs are, just asking what my symptoms are, how I'm feeling. She's just very caring about that. I know that some wives, they can say, oh, you're sick, well, too bad, just get over it. But that's not her at all. She's always caring about when I'm sick and wanting to make sure that I get healthy as soon as possible. So yeah, she really takes care of me in that way, and I really appreciate that.
Other thing is he stand for me and respect me and understand me. Especially, a lot of people, there are some out there who actually have negative thoughts about us, and we both feel really sorry for them, that their life is so negative that they say bad things about them. We really feel bad, that we really hope in future they have some positive attitude and try not to hurt others. But I really like that how my husband stand for me. If somebody come and say mean to us, he actually go and we say, you are wrong, no, that's not right, and then he come and he comfort me, saying that it's okay. So that's really good. When your husband stands for you, it's really big thing. and that he also respect, and also he respect my parents, he love them, you know. That's really important, you know. We all women, married women, wants that our husband really loves our family too, right? So in that thing, my husband is really, I really appreciate that he really loves my family, my parents and my sister, just as I do. Is last and not least, that he's a really handsome, cool guy, and I really love him. He is altogether a gentleman, really gentleman. I really, you know, am really blessed to have a husband like him, as a partner like him, and I cannot imagine anybody else except him. I really love him, and I'm really grateful to God for him.
Okay, we could actually keep going and say a lot more things that we like about each other, but this video is already long enough. Maybe we'll make another one in the future. So thank you for watching. Make sure to watch our other videos, like how we met each other, and another video if we're happy together. But yeah, that's all for now. Bye, friends.